better of us over the last few years. We know that, and it's not been good enough for our club, and we've not give our fans nowhere near enough days like today. So it's been a long time coming to this ground and picking up 3 points. But it means. I think it's the old cliche, it's only 3 points, but it's definitely not. It means a lot more than that to the boys, to the clubs, to the fans. I've been here 7 years now, and to come to this ground every time and not get 3 points has been tough. So it's for the fans, and I hope they have a great night tonight, because of course it is only 3 points on the table, but to come here and do it over Liverpool, and like I said, they have been the top team over the years, and they've been a lot better in recent years, so it's nice to get one over them.
Funny enough, I just heard on the commentary that for a Manchester United player, Anfield is the best place to win. Now that you've experienced it, can you vouch for that?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. I think you see all week about the build-up, and you see a lot of Juan Mata's goals and Wayne's goals here, what have won the games for the club. So I'm sure in a few years' time they'll be looking back at my header and things. So it's listen, football's all about memories. It's all about creating memories, creating special memories, and I'm sure all the fans in the stadium will have a memory that they won't forget. So we'll all go home happy. We'll not get carried away, because we know this club is not in a position to get carried away. We need to use this as motivation to reach levels that they've reached in recent years, because that's where this club should be at.
What do you think it means, sort of a bit longer term, for the narrative, the story, the kind of the journey that this Man United team is trying to go on?
Well, funnily enough, in this club, it'll mean a lot for this week. And then we got Brighton at home next Saturday. So every game gets treated the same at this club. We know that it's a big win, and we're going to get spoke about highly of this week. The lads have got to remain calm-headed and make sure that come Brighton next Saturday, we've got to go again and play well again, because if we don't do that, what's the performance what we've done today, and fight and spirit, we can be better with the ball, we know that. There's more fight and spirit out there, but we've got to show that in every game, and I'm sure we'll pick up many points from now to the end of the season.
We can hear that the celebrations are ongoing. I've got a little something for your mantelpiece.
Thank you
for the
very
player of the
much.
match.
Thank you
Well
very much.
played.
Thank you. Thank you.
And while Harry Maguire is correctly saying the right thing as captain, that every win is the same, every game is the same, these are the scenes as he made his way into the Manchester United dressing room. The player of the match winner, and his teammates making sure they celebrate with him. And we saw them celebrating at the final whistle, having led for so long in the game. Liverpool pulled it back to 1-1, and then Harry Maguire made sure that they come away with all 3 points for the first time, as he said, since 2016. He mentioned Wayne Rooney. It was his goal in 2016 when Manchester United were under Louis van Gaal that earned them their last league win here at Anfield. In terms of their performance, and in terms of Harry Maguire's performance in particular, Roy, I know that you weren't necessarily convinced that he was the right player to start this game, but did he prove Amorim right?
Yeah, of course, but the manager brought him in, you mentioned before, again, because of his experience and the fact he's a goal threat, and not just obviously his winner today. Defensively, some of the headers he put in was absolutely fantastic, and we know he's capable of doing that. That's the foundation of his career. But my worry always is that getting isolated and getting caught 1v1s in terms of his pace. But he obviously got away with that today because he's experienced, and he done well, and he dug deep, and the win will give the players that belief about winning football matches. The keynote for this group of players is you got to keep winning. And also the good thing is, for some of the new players who've come to the club, the attacking players, they haven't got the negativity of last season where it was really bad stats. They're coming to United and going, yeah, this is good, this vibe is good. They're winning a few matches now. They've got the back-to-back. They've won at Liverpool. Obviously, we know that it's not easy for Man United players. So they've got to take that belief now, as Harry just said, into the game next week. We'll go against Brighton. That's the key now. Enjoy a little bit of success tonight. No doubt the fans will have a few drinks, but make sure you've got a free week. No real distractions for United over the next few months now. Obviously, European football, etc. So stay focused, stay in the zone. But they do look like they've got goals in this team. That was a big problem last year. For all their problems, goalkeeper, defensively, they weren't a goal threat. But today, even though they've scored 2, they still look as if going, yeah, there's goals in this group of players. And some of the attacking players today look like, again, there's a bit of a swagger about them. And I like that. And it wasn't a cockiness. It was like, yeah, confidence, give me the ball, I'll deal with it. I'm playing at Anfield, like Canton and all these players used to go, yeah, give me the ball, I can deal with it. And they dealt with it. And they've now got a build in it. But certainly good vibes. We see clips in the dressing rooms there. And success is good. It's great to be successful, even if it's a big game at Liverpool. But no, carry it on. I repeat that to the players. You've got to keep going now and build and have a really good season. There's been a lot of positive over the last week. There's been criticism. We spoke about the owner saying, oh, the manager's here for the next 2 or 3 years. And we said, well, the results will dictate that. If he can get performance and results like that today, then he will be here for 3 years.
I was just thinking that, and it was quite unprecedented what he came out and said. He almost got ridiculed for it to a certain extent, but maybe it changed that whole dressing room. The players that maybe aren't quite keen on Ruben Amorim, maybe his backroom staff, maybe he's going to be surplus. Let's shut everybody up. He's here, so let's get on with it now. And you can see maybe that creates a bit of togetherness. And like Roy says, they've signed a couple of gems. Sesko, the jury is still out a little bit, but in Cunha and Mbeumo, they've got players that look like they deserve to be in a Man United shirt. And there's been a few that don't look like, not only do they not want to be here in a Man United shirt, they don't like can handle the pressure that comes with it. Cunha handles the ball, he wants it in tight situations, he looks a class act. And Mbeumo's a massive goal threat. So they do look, to a certain extent, a lot better team. Now, they still need a few pieces in that jigsaw puzzle. But there were so many positives today. You talk about tactics, Roy said it just after the game. Goes out the window in these games. There's been so many times when you maybe don't play that well, but you dig in and you get a result, maybe good challenges, a little bit of luck along the way, and they rode their luck. But they still had the big moments. And no matter what gets said about Bruno Fernandes, and he does get a lot of stick, that ball for the winning goal is world class, and that's what he
had hit one by me. In that moment, obviously, I hit Maka's elbow, and he goes down, I go down, and that creates obviously the space on my position and behind. And I thought from the angle that it was pretty difficult to score, but he managed to score. Obviously, still early on in the game, so there's plenty of football to be played. So it's good for us to just stay calm, but I think we didn't manage that in the best way. And that's obviously disappointing for me.
You said in one of your earlier answers, this is an interesting moment now. What's needed from the group to sort of get yourselves back on track?
First and foremost, stay humble, stay working, and try and keep your confidence as high as possible. Because obviously, when you lose, your confidence could drop a little bit. But it's about staying very calm. And we've been coming from a season when everything was, it was unbelievable, and everyone was praising everyone and positive, and obviously we became the champions. So and everyone's obviously cheering for us as well. And when things get tough, it's important that we keep that same mentality of being there for each other. It's still a long season, obviously it's easy to get dragged into a negative spiral, but it's down to us to keep working, stay humble, and improve ASAP. When you get the opportunity to obviously show your quality and win games, but we also have to, I mentioned it before already, you have to put things in perspective. We're in October now, so many twists and turns can happen, but the reality is that we come over four defeats in a row now, and we want to turn it around ASAP.
Thank you, Virgil.
You're welcome.
Jamie, we saw the match stats earlier and said we tried to explain why they looked so positive in Liverpool's favour, and yet they came away on the wrong end of that scoreline, and it felt, watching the game, as though they didn't deserve to win necessarily the match. One of the things that's happened is that they've conceded 17 goals in their first 12 games in all competitions this season, compared to 5 in their opening 12 games in all competitions last season. Why do you think that's happening? Why are they defensively more frail?
Well, 11
in life for a Manchester United fan than to go to Anfield and take away all 3 points. And as John Champion said, it hasn't happened for since 2016, for 9 years. Robbie Mustoe, is that the best day for Ruben Amorim?
I think it has to be. I think the scenes at the end show the relief, the celebration from the players, for all the reasons John Champion talked about, the back-to-back victories, they're not winning there in 10 years, etc., etc. Ruben Amorim, what a day for him. Myself included, we questioned some of those calls. And Harry Maguire, I worried about him being a little bit ragged with Isaac. They defended well, Maguire defended well, and we did say that what he does bring to the team is that aerial power and the ability to score from set pieces. It was a marvellous ball in, we could look at it in the highlights from Bruno. But, a deserved victory, a hard-earned victory, and Man United, Rebecca, and we've been a part of this, have had a lot of stick over the last few years, really, and a lot of criticism and a lot of scrutiny, and today they enjoy again, celebration against the biggest rivals.
They deserved it all, didn't they, today?
They did. Best stake, biggest statement, best performance, best results. Away at the champions who normally don't get beat here. We knew it was a Liverpool team that had come off the back of 3 defeats, so we thought that they'd come again. United dealt with it. I thought they defended magnificently. There was a threat in the attack and some big calls by the manager. He leaves Shesko on the bench.